Picture this. It's 6 a.m. The alarm rings. You open your eyes, and there's a war happening inside your head. One voice says, "Get up, you promised yourself." Another whispers, "5 more minutes won't hurt." That tiny debate, the one you think doesn't matter, decides everything about who you'll be in 5 years. Because here's the truth. Every great life, every strong career, every success story is built not on how people felt, but on what they did when they didn't feel like doing it. That's discipline. Motivation is easy to sell because it feels good. A powerful speech, an inspiring video, a catchy quote, it fires you up. But neuroscience shows us something uncomfortable. That motivation is just a dopamine surge. It's temporary. It fades in hours, sometimes in minutes. Discipline doesn't fade. Discipline is structure, routine, repetition. It's boring. It doesn't give you chills. But boring is what builds empires. Think about it. We admire athletes, authors, entrepreneurs. We love their highlight reels, victories, trophies, awards. But what we don't see? The lonely mornings, the missed parties, the endless repetitions in silence. That silence is discipline. It doesn't trend on social media, but it carves legends out of ordinary people. I once knew a student who dreamed of topping his exams. He studied only when he felt inspired. That meant 2 hours one day, nothing the next. His results? Average. Another student, not even the smartest, built a strict routine. 2 hours every night, no excuses. Guess who scored higher? Not the one with the dream, but the one with the discipline. Because in the long game, discipline always beats intelligence, talent, and even motivation. Here's what psychology tells us. The brain loves comfort. It avoids pain, seeks ease. That's why scrolling on your phone feels so natural, but reading a textbook feels like a battle. It's biology. But discipline is you saying, "I know what my brain wants, but I'll give it what it needs." Over time, you literally rewire your brain. The neural pathways strengthen, and actions that once felt heavy become automatic. That's why the first 10 workouts feel impossible, but the 100th feels natural. Let me tell you a personal story. A friend of mine set a goal to write a book. He was waiting for the perfect moment of inspiration. Guess what? A year passed, not a single page written. Another writer? He forced himself to sit at his desk at 7 a.m. every day, whether words came or not. Some days, he wrote trash. Some days, brilliance. But after a year, he had a finished book. One was still dreaming, the other was signing publishing deals. That's discipline in action. And here's something most people misunderstand. Discipline is not about being harsh with yourself. It's about being consistent with yourself. It's self-respect. When you say, "I'll wake up early," and you actually do, you build trust with yourself. When you say, "I'll eat clean today," and you follow through, you strengthen your identity. Each act of discipline is like casting a vote for the person you want to become. One vote doesn't change the outcome, but keep voting and your identity shifts. Think about soldiers in training. They don't wake up at 5 a.m. because it's fun. They do it because discipline in small things trains the body and mind for bigger things. If you can control when you wake, you can control how you react under pressure. If you can control what you eat, you can control how you respond in chaos. Discipline is transferable. It bleeds from one area of life into another. Now let's talk about systems. Willpower is like a phone battery. It drains with every decision. That's why people give up after a long day. The trick? Build systems. So discipline doesn't require constant willpower. Want to read more? Keep a book on your pillow. Want to exercise? Put your gym shoes by the door. Want to eat healthy? Prep your meals on Sunday. These small systems eliminate the friction that kills discipline. And let's be brutally honest. Discipline hurts. It means sacrifice. It means saying no to late-night comfort, no to junk food, no to wasting hours in endless scrolling. But here's the paradox. Sacrifice doesn't weaken you, it frees you. Every time you say no to comfort, you say yes to freedom. Freedom from regret, freedom from weakness, freedom from being controlled by your impulses. Look at history. The greatest minds weren't motivated every day. Isaac Newton didn't discover gravity because he felt inspired. He spent hours, weeks, months obsessed with questions others ignored. That's discipline. Serena Williams didn't win 23 Grand Slams because she felt like practicing every morning. She did it because her discipline didn't allow excuses. Here's a fascinating study. Researchers found that students who practiced self-control scored higher, had better relationships, and were healthier years later. Not the most talented, not the most motivated, the most disciplined. Discipline is a multiplier. Whatever talent you have, discipline multiplies it. Without discipline, talent dies unused. Now let me challenge you. Think about your own life. What's the one thing you keep postponing? That project? That workout? That habit? Ask yourself honestly, are you waiting for the perfect time? For motivation, for inspiration? That perfect time isn't coming. The only time is now. Start small. One push-up, one page, one walk. Momentum grows from the tiniest actions. And yes, you will fail. You'll miss days, you'll slip up, you'll break promises to yourself. That's part of it. But discipline isn't about never falling. It's about always standing back up. The strongest people aren't the ones who never break discipline. They're the ones who return to it faster than anyone else. So don't look at discipline as a prison. Look at it as the key to freedom, to growth, to becoming the person you admire. Imagine 6 months of pure discipline. Imagine 1 year. Who would you be? Stronger, sharper, healthier, wealthier. That's not fantasy, that's math. Because small acts of discipline compound into massive change. And when people ask, how did you do it? How did you transform? You won't have a dramatic answer. You'll just smile and say, I showed up every single day. So here's my final challenge. For the next 30 days, pick one discipline. Just one. Wake up early, write daily, exercise, save money, anything. Don't wait for motivation, don't negotiate with excuses, just commit. At the end of those 30 days, you won't just see results, you'll see yourself differently. And that new identity, that new respect for yourself, that's the real power of discipline. Because in the end, motivation starts your engine. But discipline keeps the wheels turning long after the fuel is gone. And if you want to reach your destination, it's not motivation that gets you there. It's discipline. Always.